This is project submission for Compy 285 final project um, by Team Grep Awesome under the guidance of Professor Richardson. I'd first like to introduce you to our team members. Um, so we have Abhishek Singh, Abhineet Gupta, myself Shivani Mangal, and Prasanna Kona. I'll quickly take you through the goal of our project. So the main idea of this project was to build a stock portfolio web engine, and we've tried to build it on top of the lab exercises that we had completed. As a part of this project, the user gets to input a certain amount, which has to be greater than $5,000, and the user also picks one or two investing strategies. Now, these investment strategies could be ethical investing, growth investing, index investing, quality investing, or value investing. Once the user does that, he clicks on a Get Recommendation button, and our app suggests him on how to build his stock portfolio through the use of different graphs and charts. For this project, we also display the stock statistics and their weekly history. We've tried to follow an agile process to successfully complete this project. Now, while this project was mainly a full stack project, we wanted to implement the learnings that we had in Compy 285 with regards to project metrics and software testing and conducting review meetings and project management, etc. So, we decided to have certain core values for the team to implement and work on. To begin with, we decided to distribute the task according to skill of each and every team member. um, Team members, we thought the team members should have the courage to do the right things and work on tough problems. Every team member was encouraged to be transparent in his or her progress. Coming to commitment, people personally committed to achieving the goals of the team on time. Um, we also accepted that certain uncertainties might come, and we will have to take steps to move forward and address them, which we did. Finally, openness, under which every team member offered help to one another, and we had review meetings throughout the course of the project. This completes the team core values that we followed. Moving on to the system architecture. So for this project, we have two use cases. First one where user logs in and logs out, and the second one where user gets to build his stock portfolio. So I'll walk you through both of them. The user will send request, and when the user sends request, our Nginx HTTP engine will process the request using Python Flask and return the response. In the first use case, the user login, the HTTP request is received again by Nginx. It gets validated against the SQLite database to log in the user. In the user stock recommendation use case, HTTP request is received again by Nginx server. It will request data from the IEX trading API. I'll talk more about it later on. And displays the received and parsed data in the form of graphical visualizations. Now to display these graphical visualizations, we have used HighCharts. HighCharts JavaScript is a JavaScript charting library based on SVG. Also, our entire user interface is built using HTML and Bootstrap CSS JavaScript. Um, we not only wanted our backend to be strong, but we also wanted something that's pleasing to the user's eye. So we also worked a lot on the front end. Finally, the complete app is deployed on Heroku Pass Cloud, which makes it very easy to access it. Um, Moving on, So here is just a little summary of our technical stack. We have HTML, CSS, JS, jQuery, Bootstrap for our front end. We have Python Flask for the back end. For our database, we have SQLite. Um, we have the IEX trading for getting the past stock data values and also the current real-time stock data. We also considered some other APIs such as Alpha Vantage, but we decided on sticking to this one for its seamless integration. And finally, the cloud host, that is Heroku. I'd like to reiterate on the features that we have planned in some detail. So let's go through them. We have that the user can enter any amount greater than 5,000 US dollars as their capital. The user can select either one or two strategies from the given five investment strategies. And we have to use an API to retrieve the real time and historical data. The suggestion that is made by the engine is done using graphs. It assigns suitable stocks to each investment strategy for the given amount. The suggestion engine displays three stocks for one investment strategy, and it suggests six in case two investment strategies are selected. It also displays how the money is distributed among the stocks in general and also in a graphical format. Some of the additional features that we worked on um, were as follows. First one being that we deployed the app on Cloud Heroku. Another thing was that an attractive dashboard with a complete overview of the portfolio was needed. And for that, we used Twitter Bootstrap. Um, we also wanted to incorporate an uninterrupted ticker with real time stock data so that um, the user does not have to go to Google or search for it again. He can just have a look at it there, then and there. Our application is incorporated with graphical visualizations for better understanding of the user's portfolio. We've used chart.js library for the same. Finally, we also provide a secure login and logout, and this is done with the help of SQLite integrated database where the user login credentials are stored. Our website is compatible with Google Chrome and mobile browsers. Moving on to some of the challenges that we faced um, while we were working on this project. Um, Initially, we had to find a suitable API that suits our need. Again, we started with Alpha Vantage, but we moved on to IEX trading. Um, Another thing was that we needed some deep financial domain knowledge, and we spent quite some time doing that as well. Choosing the suitable Python libraries that enable us to do stock data manipulation was also very important. Um, Also, understanding and implementing chart libraries for better visualization took quite some time. However, we were able to address these challenges and move ahead because we addressed them in the beginning of the project itself, which kind of helped us moving ahead and helped us during our testing phase. Let's quickly go ahead and see some screenshots. So here we have our homepage. We have some graphs here, and we come finally to the test cases. I'd like to give a brief demo first. Let's go to our website. Let's start here then. We need to sign up successfully for our first test case. So we can go here and sign up as a new user. We can enter a username. Um, let's see, a new email address and a password. Okay, let's try and register now. It successfully created our account and we can log in using it. I'll use this as our test case too. I'll use this new account that I created with the app and log in. And we're in. Moving on to test case number 3, we check if some random user is able to log in without even registering for our website or not. So for that, I'll password, sign in, and invalid credentials. Very well. Moving on to the test case number 4, enter an invalid email ID without at the rate. Let's see how the system behaves to that. Let's remove this, and again we give some random password. We try and sign in, and it gives us an error that we need to include at the rate in the email address. That's neat. Um, Moving on to test case number 5. For that, we'll have to log back in. Of 5,000 USD and select any one strategy. Oh, we select less than 5,000 and select a strategy. Let's do that. This time we enter an amount which is greater than 5,000. Um, However, we select more than two strategies. Okay, something greater than 5,000, and we select we select one strategy. Okay, that is physical representation would be better to showcase how the stock should be divided up. I'd like to mention here that this graph can be printed or downloaded in the form of a PNG, a JPEG, PDF, SVG. Moving on to this another graph which I think is very important. It shows the past performance of the portfolio for the 10 days. It shows a historical performance of this portfolio that we are suggesting. Based on the stock recommendation that we are making, the valuation of our $10,000 10 days ago would have been 10,000 somewhere around 10,300 US dollars. So I think the user can really gain a lot of insight from this graph as well. Moving on to the final set of graphs, um, that is the individual stock performance of the three stocks that we suggest. All right. Now we enter 15,000 US dollars and select two investing strategies, that is growth and ethical. And like you can see, it also describes the past performance of each and every stock. Let's try and see what the value of Apple is currently. And it is 189 actually. And it is 37.5 like it is shown there. Yeah. And we have the final test case where we log out, where we push the logout button on the top right of the page. Um, yeah. So this is our project where we display the different stocks that a user can invest in. I'd like to take you to our team page finally. And to continue with our final test case, let's click the logout button. And we're out. So this completes the demo and the test cases for Compy 285 term project. We faced quite some challenges, and but we were able to overcome them. It was a very interesting and challenging project, and we were able to build it on top of all the assignments that we had during the class. Um, we also tried to implement different software strategies that we learned for be it review meetings or software testing strategies or project metrics, and it really helped us in order to complete this project. We'd like to thank Professor Richard Sin for guiding us for this project, and also his TA, Rufin, for all her help. So, this completes our submission for Compy 285 term project. Thank you so much.